¿Cómo estás? Hola. Hello, my friend. This is my day one of learning Espanol. This is actually I found a way called 80-20%. Yeah, you don't actually need to spend like a few years to learn a language. You can spend way small time to learn something. For example, a specific language, and I've done a lot of research yesterday, and I found some very useful tips on learning languages. So that's why it could be an experiment, or I just want to try this method and to see if this method is working for me or not. But I think it's pretty much makes sense because I learned this Spanish. You know, a lot of people speak frequent words every single day, all the time. So one thing I find quite useful is that understanding pronunciation first. And if you just directly learn words and learn writing system and separate the listening part, you can't speak that language. It's still, even though you might be able to read it, but you still don't understand what their native speakers talking. So in that case, you'd better directly make that connection and listen to what the native speakers talking. So for example, through podcast, you can easily find it. Also, you can maybe find Netflix, listen to it and see the title and pause it and repeat it. I found a guy on YouTube called, I don't remember his name, let me check it really quick. He created Mimic. Yes, the Mimic method. Created the Mimic method, and he's well known as he speaks 8 languages without accent. That really strikes me. And I heard that this guy speaking Mandarin is it's awesome. So these days, I have 3 months, like 90 days. So my plan was on day 1 to day 5, I only learned the pronunciation, how to read different alphabet, how to read words, and then every time I learn it, I know how to express myself. I could then listen to forecast. I can mimic their pronunciation for the first 5 days, and then my goal will be spend 2 weeks to get A1 level. A1 is the most basic level. So that my main goal will be learning some grammars and basic vocabulary. And you know, when you start to speak something, there are some very important words. For example, me, I, what should I do? I go outside, I eat, I'm going to, and those like basic grammar expression, you can directly learn it. And without learn perfect grammar at the beginning, otherwise you cannot be able to talk to native speakers, you know. So that's my first 20 days goal, and then from 20 days to 45 days, my goal is to learn from A1 to A2. A2 level is still very basic. Maybe after 45 days training, I can understand, not understand, maybe understand, that would be great. I can learn at least 1,000 words, 1,000 new words. So 1,000, I can basically understand conversation, normal conversation for 30%. That would be great. And then I will have a further motivation to learn more. From 46 days to 60 days, 2 months training, I hope I will get 2,000 vocabulary. And my normal learning time is 2.5 hours a day for Spanish. And then after A2, it's I just come into a entry, you know, and then I don't need to like really find materials to learn B1, B2, C1, C2 such a level. I can find some materials that interest me to learn. For example, I can find books. I can learn it from podcasts, from YouTubers. I find some, oh, this is new words, and I post it and I add it to my Anki. I found it's really helpful, and I can hear it, I can mimic it, and that's how speed learners learn. Thank you so much. This is my day one learning, and today I found that I can read a lot of words, and because Spanish is very similar to English, because they are like 20% of words are almost the same, look the same, and the pronunciation is quite similar. That's it. That's 6 minutes. So I see you tomorrow. Okay? Have a nice day. Peace out.